Oh, I had to get up in here to talk about your reading. You gave me a reading, but you shocked me. You said later on, you did not know what you told me.
I don't. I channel. When it comes through me, it comes out, and I have no clue most times what I have said. That's why usually I have people take notes, or they can tape it, because I have no clue what, you've seen Esther Hicks and Abraham, and I was doing this long before Esther and Abraham, but I don't give a name to the energy that comes through me. It might be my higher self, it might be angels, it could be other guides and teachers. It doesn't matter who the messenger is, it's the message that counts.
But do you call that channeling?
Yes, I do.
That is channeling.
That is channeling.
Yeah, okay, but you don't become a different person with a name.
No.
I'm
just the vehicle through which it comes.
And now let me say this. You gave me a reading, and you said I can't tell you what she said because, in fact, I didn't want to tell you what you said.
Everybody's business ain't everybody's business.
Everybody, and because I am skeptical. I've been knowing Lady Oshun for years, but I'm skeptical. I really am. And I'm negative. We're going to talk about being negative. We're going to end this conversation about me being negative, get over this negative stinking thinking. But you said some stuff that was like, that was pretty good.
Oh, great.
But the main thing you said, you were sort of warning me.
Okay.
I mean, you don't remember what you said, but you were sort of warning me. But a lot of times, even we feel the warning intuitively, or we go to the doctor, or we go to the teacher, we go to mom and daddy. We get warnings all the time.
Absolutely.
But we heed the warning. What's up with that?
Because we can't distinguish between what is truth and what is imagination. Your body will talk to you. I was getting a Reiki treatment one day, and my body spoke to me and said, there's something wrong with your adrenal system. But see, I've learned through getting my head bumped so many times to pay attention. So I went to the doctor, I had some tests done. Sure enough, I had a cyst on my kidney, on my adrenal gland. So your body talks to you, pay attention. Don't discard it. A lot of times you might be coming home in your car and something will come to you and say, go another way. You don't know. You could be avoiding an accident. You could be avoiding a shootout. Nowadays anything is possible in the city. So always pay attention to what comes to your mind. If it is something that's telling you to do something wrong, you know not to listen to it. There's something telling you to do something violent. A lot of times we'll sit there and we'll get angry, and our minds will tell us, you ought to do so-and-so. That's ego. You don't pay attention to ego. Pay attention to that still small voice in your head.
How do we know the difference? We listen to our intuition or our ego. And sometimes we should listen to our ego, but sometimes we should listen to the intuition.
That's when you need somebody.
Oh, that's when you come in?
That's where I come in.
Do you help people become more spiritual?
Yes.
More intuitive?
I help them to become more attuned to their own inner promptings. I help them to distinguish what spirit is telling them and what is their imagination and what is ego. We all have like 3 or 4 voices in our head. There's constant chatter in our head at all times.
I hear voices now.
You got that negative.
Well, that's me.
All the time. Everybody has that.
Chatter.
Yeah, that chatter is always there. And it's up to us to learn how to let it just flow through. If you try to stop it, it's going to get more insistent. What you resist persists. So, okay, you said that, now go on about your business. Let it go. Then you'll begin to more and more learn how to quiet yourself. You got to be quiet. You are hyperactive.
You talking about me?
Yes, you.
Oh, me. Okay.
You hyperactive.
I got issues.
You're always doing everything.
Yeah, and I don't get nothing done.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yes, but
I got issues.
You've got to learn how to still yourself. Listen, and if nothing comes to you, that's okay. At least you have quieted your mind, so when it does come to you, you will be able to hear it. But I don't want to give too much.
But the people like that, they're going to come see you. But the thing about it is that there's people who have lived in a negative environment, negative home for 20, 30 years.
Yeah, that's real difficult.
But you wrestling with that negativity you were immersed in, and the house you grew up in, or you moved over there, you moved to that city, or that town, or that church, or that school. So you were immersed with negative people for 20, 30 years, and now you're 30, 40, 50 years old, 60 years old, still trying to get over that negativity. It's a part of your DNA. How do you get out of it?
And that's not
How do
your
you get rid of
DNA,
it?
but it is habitual. It is
okay.
habitual. And you have to, just like you see people go to the gym every day and they
Right.
work out
Yeah.
and they exercise regularly because they're building up their body. You have to exercise your mind the same way. You have to change the way you think. When you begin to change the way you think, you'll change the way you live. You love your parents, but you have to go beyond them. You are not their negative opinions or their limiting beliefs. You are an individual who has the capacity and the potential to do great things. But when that little negative mind, your mother might have told you, boy, you ain't gonna never be nothing. You ain't this, you ain't
Right.
that. You've got to learn how to transcend that. That was then. That's yesterday. Yesterday is gone. It's never coming back. Today is a brand new day, and this day holds within it all the promise for your potential. You can do anything today.
Yeah, but somebody could have told you that you were nothing, you wouldn't amount to nothing. They could have told you that in 1965, 75, 85, 95, and you still, in the back of your mind, believe it.
Well, that's where you train your mind. You learn how to bring up those old issues, and you face them, and you tear them down because they're nothing but illusion. That's not the truth of your being. You are divinely created in the image and after the likeness of God. There is nothing wrong with you. God don't make no junk. But you've got to constantly reinforce that into your consciousness, just like that other stuff was reinforced into your consciousness.
Have you ever read a lot of skeptical people like me?
All the time.
Where they sort of, they come to you for a reading, but they still kind of, I don't know.
I'm a skeptic. I'm
Okay.
a skeptic. It's good to be skeptical.
Okay.
Because you won't fall for everything.
That's true.
There's a lot of stuff out here that has no validity to it whatsoever. You have to be able to discern. They say try the spirit by the spirit. You have to be able to discern. And a lot of times, if something resonates with you, you know that's the truth. I could tell you something and you say, not really. Because it doesn't resonate with you today. It may resonate with you next week, next month, or a year from now. But today, it doesn't. And I might tell you something that hits you, she's right. I do think that. How does she know that? You are going to learn how to discriminate between what is for you right now and what is not for you ever. If you go to some of these people, they'll tell you somebody put a curse on you. They bring me $5,000.
Psychic people. So-called psychics.
Yeah, they're mostly
They're
those
charlatans,
mostly those Romany people,
Okay.
And then you also have a lot of people in our nationality who are hoodwinking people.
I know.
And they tell you, I'm gonna do this for you, and I'm
gonna
do
pray
that.
for you.
And that,
Give me $500. I'm gonna pray for you. Give me $500.
I want you to wrap up this and bring it here, and then bury
Right.
it under the tree, and
Right.
all of that. You've got to some of that stuff work now. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Don't
All
get me
right.
wrong.
Sometimes it works.
Sometimes it works, and some people know how to work it.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people who don't know how to do what they're doing, and they will tell you to do something will get you hurt.
For real?
Oh yeah.
See, how
If you don't know what you're doing,
You
don't
believe
do
in
it.
that spiritual realm, and I don't.
Okay.
But you think it's real, huh?
You believe in air?
Yeah.
Can you see it?
No.
Okay then.
But I sure need it.
Okay.
So you believe in that? You believe in spirit, all right?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
What about the negativity? There's a lot of folks like me have those negative thoughts. It's like like me. I see some old TV shows. Years ago, I lost a lot of weight because I was working at the post office, and a temporary job. And then once when I went for the post office and started being a limo driver, I was sitting on my behind and going to fast food, eating the drive-thru all day. I gained like 40 pounds.
I can believe it.
I think almost 50 pounds, and I lost maybe 10 of it. But I go up and down from 190 to 2. I need to be about 180, 175 for my health, so I can live to be 90, 100 years old. But it's tough because when I go home today, I want cookies. I want bread.
Why?
But I don't want one cookie. I want the whole damn package.
Me too. Me too.